Hello guys, welcome to the second video in the Practical React series. In this video, we are going to take a look at how to implement drag and drop functionality in your React application. We will build a list which contains my top 5 favorite movies. The items in the list can be dragged and replaced or reordered as you wish. So for the drag and drop functionality, we are using a library called react-beautiful-dnd, and for the UI, we are using the material UI library. If you haven't watched the first video of the Practical React series, I'm putting a link on top. So let's not waste time and let's start coding. Let's start the project. So first we'll initialize the project with create react app. We are going to name the project drag and drop example. Let's wait till the installation finishes. And now the installation is completed. Let's cd into the directory and let's open the project in a new window. For styling the application, we are going to use Material UI. Material UI is a React library that is based on the Google Material Design. This is their homepage. We'll copy the install command from here. So Material UI is actually divided into different packages. Here we are going to install the core package. Then we will copy the robot font link. We are going to paste that inside the index.html, which you can find inside the public folder. In our application, we have used a rating component. So this rating component comes inside the lab package in Material UI. As you can see in the lab package, you can see a rating component. So we are going to install this lab package as well. So you can do that by using npm install at material UI/lab. Now let's do some cleanup. First we'll go into the index.js and remove the index.css. You can delete that file as well. Then we'll delete the app.css. The app.js will remove that import of the app.css and the logo. We will clear everything under the return. Our top level component will be a fragment, so we import the react.fragment. Now we'll start our application. Let's put a hello there so we can see some output on the screen. Yeah, as you can see, our application has started and we can see the hello. Now we will import some packages from the Material UI. First we will import app bar. It's inside the Material UI core, and next we will import the toolbar. We will also import typography. So this is for actually text-based components. The app bar acts as a navbar for our application. So to give contents inside the navbar, we use toolbar. Inside the toolbar, we will give the typography component. So the typography actually takes in a variant prop, which we can give many variants like heading, body, title, etc. Here we will give the heading h6 variant, and we will also give the component of h6, and let's name it react drag and drop. So our heading will be Save. Let's keep the position of the app bar to fixed. Fixed position means app bar will stay on top. Yeah, as you can see, the app bar is at on top, and we see the React drag and drop heading. Now let's put a hello or something so that we can see that. But we are not able to see the hello. This is because the hello is hidden behind the app bar. As the app bar's position is fixed, whatever comes under it will be hidden. So to rectify this, we need to give a div of height that is equal to the nav bar. But how do we calculate the height? For this, we can import make styles from material UI. Make styles helps us to style material UI components. Let's declare a variable useStyles and we invoke the make styles. So it gives a theme. This theme contains all the default values in material UI default theme. So to extend the material UI classes, we can use this make styles function. So this is a type of theming called JSS, which is JavaScript and CSS. Now we will give a class of offset, and to that we give a theme.mixins.toolbar. So this is a helper function that gives the app bar height. Now we'll create a variable classes and assign it to the function useStyles. Let's give a div, and in the div we'll give a class name of classes dot offset. Now when we look, yeah, we can see the hello. For the rest of our application, we can use a container from material UI. Then we need a list and list item from material UI. So the list will act as a container for the list items. As we have seen in the example, we have a list and a number of items. So first we'll declare the container, then the list, and inside the list we will give the list item. Let's give it now let's give it item. Yeah, you can see the item and the container. There's a padding applied by the container. Now for the list we will give a heading. So for this we use the subheader prop. We'll give a heading of my top 5 movies. Now we can see this heading and the items. Next we can copy the movie list from a gist that I have created. I have attached the link for the gist inside the description. So we'll paste the movie list. Now we will map the list item with the movie list. Give the list item a key of item.id. If you look at the movie list, we have a ID, movie 1, name, Shawshank Redemption, image, rating and stars. So we will give the movie's name here. Give item.name. Yeah, now all the movies are listed. The container is too big. We will go for a small container so that it will be centered. For the container, we can give a prop of max width of SM. This makes the container small. Yeah, now it's more centered. Next we will create the movie card component. So this is what we are going to give inside the list item. For creating the component, we can create a directory called components, and inside the directory we will give a file name of moviecard.js. Let's import React. Now we will import make styles from material UI. Next we can import typography. We will import a card from material UI core. Two more components we import, that is card content and card media. Yeah, let's name the component movie card, and it will contain a prop of movie. The top level component is card. Inside that we will give a div. Inside that we will give the card content component. We will have a typography, and we will give the movie's name, movie.name. For the typography we will give a variant of H5 and a component of H5. Take another div. So inside this div we will give the rating. So if you go to material UI rating component documentation, you can see different types of rating. We need the read-only rating. First we'll import the rating from material UI lab. Next we'll import the box. Now let's import that code for the read-only component. I will paste it here. Change the read-only to the movie.rating, and for the value we will give movie.stars. Now we will declare the card media. So this contains the image for the card. So this we will give the movie.image, and the title will be movie.name. Let's export the component. We will import the movie card component inside app.js. We'll take it from the components directory. Now instead of the item.name, you can replace it with the movie card. It contains a prop of movie. We will give the item to it. Now let's take a look. Yeah, as you can see, we get the card, but we don't get the image, and the styling is also off. So let's style the movie card. We'll declare a useStyles variable, and we invoke the makeStyles function, and we'll extend the classes. First we'll give a card class. It will have a display of flex, width of 100%, height of 190, and a margin bottom of theme.spacing of 4. Theme.spacing is another helper function in material UI. So it contains many default spacing. With spacing of 4 we get 16 pixels. Now let's declare the classes and invoke the useStyles function. For the card component, we'll give a class name of classes.card. Let's give the div the class name of classes.details. So the details class will have a display of flex and a flex grow of 1, so that it expands until the end. Let's give it a flex direction of column. For the card content, we will give a class name of classes.content. So the content class actually has a flex of 1, 0, auto. So we need to give a class to the rating, so this will give the class name of rating. For the rating we'll give a display of flex and a flex direction of column. And next we need to give a class name for the card media. We'll give it a class name of cover. So we'll give the image a width of 180 pixels. Yeah, now our card looks pretty good. Let's go and search react-beautiful-dnd. Let's take a look at their API. So you see there are three components. One is the drag drop context, one is the droppable and the draggable. The drag drop context actually encloses the area where you want the drag and drop functionality. It can contain multiple droppables and draggables, so you can have multiple lists. Droppable are areas where you can put your draggable items into, and draggable are the draggable items. In our case, the droppable will enclose the list and the draggable will enclose our list item, and drag drop context our container. So let's install the library with the npm install react-beautiful-dnd. Start our application again. Now we will import the drag drop context, the draggable and the droppable components from the react-beautiful-dnd library. We'll enclose our container inside the drag drop context. Now our list will be enclosed by the droppable component. The droppable takes a droppable ID prop. We will give it a name of favorite droppable. The droppable component follows the render prop pattern, so we get provided and snapshot values from it. We'll copy the list and paste it inside the droppable component. So we need to give a reference of our topmost component to a provider.innerref. So for that, material UI gives an innerref prop. So we'll pass the provider.innerref to it, and we'll spread out the provider.droppable props. So these two things will handle the all the droppable functionalities. We don't need to take care of anything else. Now we will enclose the list item with the draggable component. We'll move the key to the draggable component. The draggable component takes in a prop of draggable ID. So we'll give the item.id to it. You give a index of index from the map. So it also follows the render prop pattern, and we get the provided and snapshot values. Move the list item inside it. We give the innerref prop as provider.innerref. Now we'll spread out the provider.draggable handle props, drag handle props, and provider.draggable props. Let's take a look. Now we are able to move the component, but it's not getting reordered because we have not added that logic to it. Let's add that logic. First we will import the use state from React. So we need the use state hook for it. Let's initialize the use state hook. We'll give a state of movies, and we give a function of set movies to it. For the initial value of the use state will be the movie list. From the map we will change movie list to movies. In order to apply our reordering logic, we need to somehow know that the dragging is ended. For that we have a prop called onDragEnd on the drag drop context. We will pass a function of onDragEnd to it. So on the onDragEnd handler we get a result from the onDragEnd. First we will check whether the result of destination is true or false. So if it is false, then it means that we have dropped the draggable item outside a droppable. Then we will just return the function. Next we will take a start index from the source item, which is the item we are dragging. So from result.source.index we get the start index. Then we look at the end index. So this is the item which it should replace. So that is the result.destination.index. So this is the destination item. And next we will declare a variable called movies copy, and we will copy the movie state to it using array.from. Now we will splice the movies copy array. We will splice it from the start index. This means that we are removing the start index, that is the item we are dragging. Now we will splice the movies copy array again. This time we will splice from the end index, and we will pass a 0 as the second argument, as we don't need to remove anything. We will insert the removed item at the position of the end index. Now using the set movies function, we will set the movies copy to the movie state. Now let's take a look at our application. Yeah, now the drag drop functionality is working correctly. It is getting reordered. We are facing some slight issues when on the downmost element, and we have some styling left to complete in our application. So let's do that styling. In the app.js we will give a list container, and we will give a border of 1px solid and a transparent black. We give a padding of 8. We give a margin bottom of 50, and we also have an active class which will give a background of RGBA 000 0.1. so it is also a nicely transparent black. So we provide the list container class to the list. Actually we need to apply the active class also to the list, so we'll use a tilde. From the snapshot that we receive from the droppable, we get a is dragging over value. With that we can check whether the item is being dragged. If it is dragged, we set it to classes.active. Now let's take a final look at our application. We see the border around the container. When we move the items, we see the nice gray background color. So that's the end of the video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll come with more practical examples in the next videos. Till then, take care. Bye bye.